Hi, I'm Leon, and for the last 40 years one of my biggest safety concern has been the boom and the accidental jibe. And I haven't stopped thinking for the last 80,000 miles how to improve and yet improve a good preventer system that is quickly set and is safe. Because a preventer is exactly what is preventing an accidental jibe. It starts here, my preventer, at the end of the boom, two preventers, one on each side, and they are led forward to the gooseneck at the beginning of the boom. So let's have a look there. So here I'm standing on the forward end of the boom by the gooseneck, and I have one preventer line set on each side, just fitted here with a little eye already spliced in. So from here the preventer continues with another line which is parked alongside the boat. Let's go there. I'm now sitting at the aft shrouds, and that means I am actually aft of my mast. And here by the stanchions, there is where I have parked my preventer. That is the green part now, and this is connected to the eye that I have just shown. This is then going forward to a friction-free ring and then led aft to the cockpit. I'm now sitting at the very bow of my boat. So the preventer line from the end of the boom, which is connected via the eye and is then led forward and comes out like this from the boom and goes here to the friction line and then back into the cockpit where it can be adjusted. Now on my boat actually this goes on the inside of the stanchions, and many other boats it might be better to have it on the outside. That depends on how the boom end points. The most important thing is that you don't have any chafing against your guardrails. I've now come back, almost back to the cockpit, and you can see here by this stanchion how the preventer is led back through these eyes fitted at the base of the stanchion. These eyes are normally used for the furler of the Genoa. So it's led further back, and here it goes via a real spin lock clutch. Now don't use a clem cleat here. I know by experience they don't hold the strong forces when you have an accidental jibe. So have a real spin lock clutch, that is really important. It's led back here. It is going through another low friction ring and is led into the cockpit, so it's easily trimmed, meaning pulled and released from the cockpit, and ideally from the cockpit you should be able to reach the spin lock cleat. It's not necessarily only to be used when you're sailing dead downwind, because even if you're sailing up to beam reach, or at least a broad reach, with big waves, the waves can make the boom wanting to shift side, and that's really dangerous, and your autopilot, if you use it, could suddenly jump out. So I like setting up a preventer very early, and it's very easily done, especially if you have pre-rigged it. So when you have a good sail with 120, 130 degrees with the wind from the side, aft of a beam, set it. So you sail a course where you are really sure that you're not jibing. Then you release the main sheet so the boom is out, and very easily you climb forward. Of course you first click on if the waves are high and there's any risk to fall overboard. Always one hand for the boat and one for yourself. You go up to the boom, you release it from the boom, the black preventer part in my case, and then you can very comfortably sit on the coach roof and detach the green part, which is parked by the stanchion. So the preventer is prolonged. That is where it is continuing to the bow and then back to the trimming side. So back here, all you need to do is then you pull in the preventer, you close your clutch, and it's set. And if you don't want to pull too hard on the preventer, all you do is you take in the slack and then you stretch it by means of the main sheet. Big forces are underway here, especially when a jibe is approaching, so a strong line is important. I use a Dyneema line, so I'm really sure that even this thin line is holding the forces. when you set it, be aware of chafing. Chafing is really dangerous because when two ropes touch and they touch each other, then they break much faster than you might think. So when you see, for instance, the Genoa sheet chafing against the preventer, what you do is that you retrim your track a little bit, maybe the Genoa sheet track, or you release the boom a little bit further out so they are apart. And then you can relax and sail in safety, comfort and style.